Hey everyone, welcome to The Creek. My name is Jared Miller and I'm the ministry lead here. When I graduated from junior high, my church gave me a little book called God's Promises for Your Every Need, and it was an ambitious title, sure, but basically what it was an index that when you were feeling a certain emotion, it would provide you with chapter and verse of where you could go to find what the Bible had to say about this or that or the other thing. However, the first time that my girlfriend broke up with me and I was dealing with the heartache that comes with being a teenager, I found that there wasn't a section in God's Promises for Your Every Need for teenage romance. It turns out God's Promises for Your Every Need wasn't really for your every need. We have a tendency in the Reformed and in the Protestant tradition to look at the Bible kind of like it's a guidebook. Like it's a blueprint for how to live life in a very specific, very calculated way. We read it a little bit like it's a scientific document with A, then B, then C. And that's not really how the Bible is meant to be read. That's not at least how the story of God is meant to be told. The word Bible comes from the Greek word biblos, which means library, because the Bible is a collection of different literary forms. In our tradition, 66 different books that comprise history, poetry, music, narrative, and a variety of other kinds, including prophecy and apocalypse. This library has been collected not as a definitive tome of words directly handed down as though it were some artifact that can never be reproduced, but were books that found themselves proving true over and over again. And so as the church collected this wisdom and relied on the benefit of history, these 66 books became the authoritative measure against which everything else became measured. It became a canon. And the remarkable thing about this canon, the remarkable thing about these 66 books is that even though they are a variety of genres and styles, even though there is erotic poetry next to history, next to a census, they tell a singular story. There is woven through the fabric of all of these stories a story that is more magnificent and more beautiful than anyone could possibly imagine. Here at The Creek, our mission is to help you find yourself in God's story. And so we wanted to take these next few weeks and we wanted to look at what God's story even is. And so that's what we're going to be doing here in these new videos. And we want to invite you to join in this story reading with us. The best way to do that is to go and download the Creek app. There's a link to it in the description to this video for both iOS and Android, and you can find yourself in a community of people who are going to read this story together and find themselves in it. We hope that you'll join us next week as we start in the first act of this story. For now, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We will talk to you soon. Cheers.